Today I put every single player ever into one massive draft and completely reset the NBA. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We have a massive NBA draft. We're completely resetting the NBA and replacing it with a draft with every single NBA team, of course, with no duplicates. All-time teams, classic teams, all the NBA current day teams, every single NBA team and their players are in this draft. Now, next, obviously, we had to make sure that I can't touch anything. So we automated all off-season time periods. Everything will be automated in this draft. Now, one more thing. We turned off the salary cap and the hard cap to make sure the offseason is that much more interesting. See if players go other areas. We'll see who teams up with who, what happens in free agency, what happens at the trade deadline. It should be a fun simulation. Now, the difference between this and what I did the last time I did something like this was actually the last time I did something like this, I only did one season. And what's the fun in just having one season? Why not have multiple seasons, 10 plus seasons? We're going from 2026 to 2036 to see how interesting the league gets, who wins the most championship, who rises from the ashes with all these players. I guess we'll just have to see. Now, obviously, I do have to pick one player, so I'm going to pick the Wizards. Let's see. The first pick is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to the Bulls. LeBron James goes to the Bucks. Kobe to the Hawks. Nets pick Larry Bird. How has Michael Jordan not been drafted yet? I mean, I don't want to, mess this up, so I'm just going to pick a random player. 1, 2, 3, and it's Jokic. Jokic gets drafted to the Wizards. Is Jordan? There we go. Jordan gets drafted to the Clippers. Oscar Robertson to the Nuggets. Wilt to the Spurs. Tim Duncan to the Sacramento Kings. Hakeem gets drafted to the Celtics. Kevin Garnett gets drafted to the Knicks. Dirk gets drafted to the Lakers. Wade to the Mavericks. Chris Paul to the Magic. Steph Curry to the Rockets. He's the Rockets' father. Kevin Durant to the Timberwolves. Shaq to the Pacers. Vince to the Cavs. Vince got picked 19. Giannis to the Pelicans. Jerry West to the Trailblazers. SGA to the Grizzlies. Walt Frazier to the Hornets. Julius Erving to the Suns. Scotty to the Jazz. Moses Malone. We got John Stockton. Bob Cousy. John Havlicek. A lot of guards are being picked. And then that's the end of round one. So, I think we could just go ahead and just finish off this draft, simulate the rest of the draft, and just go through it pretty quickly. Obviously, there are 14 rounds. So, you know what I mean? It's going to take a little bit to go through all of these. All right, last pick in the draft was Michael Porter Jr. Who knows if he'll even get a spot on an NBA team. We see Rudy Gay out there. Let's see, when does this start getting weird? Who is the last, really good player to get drafted here? I mean, I guess, Cade Cunningham getting drafted at the 6th round to the Miami Heat. All right, we can just go ahead and get into the NBA season. I guess no really waiting around. We're going to be auto-generating rookies. I could care less who gets drafted because all the teams are literally stacked to the brim. This Wizards team looks pretty crazy. Jokic, Rose. They got Jason Tatum. This is the Sixers with Magic Johnson and Victor Wembanyama. LeBron James and Westbrook on the Bucks. Kareem, Jason Kidd, and Ray Allen on the Bulls. Vince Carter, Anthony Edwards, and Willis Reed. Also John Wall off the bench. Hakeem and Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. This duo is able to stay together. That's pretty cool. Michael Jordan and Luka Doncic. That's fun. SGA and Dominic Wilkins. We got Kobe Bryant and Kyrie. I don't know how. A lot of times when I reset the NBA or do videos like this, Kobe and Kyrie end up together, and I don't really know how. We got Havlicek and Iverson. Walt Frazier and Kawhi, Scottie Pippen and T-Mac, Tim Duncan and Chris Mullin, Garnett and Tony Parker, Dirk and Steve Nash. Ooh, I like this. White boy duo right here. Chris Paul and Kevin McHale, Wade and Patrick Ewing, Larry Bird, Dennis Rodman, Gary Payton, Shaq and Karl Malone. Not sure if I like that duo, if that's going to work, but they're very dominant. Giannis and Lillard somehow still end up together. This team, I'm not going to lie, no disrespect, feels kind of boring. John Stockton, again, this is another kind of boring team. I guess they have John Morant, too. Who's Steph paired up with? Ooh, Steph and James Harden, both on the Rockets. So Harden end up in Houston, and so did Dwight. And so did Jimmy. It's his hometown team. Wait, is that Draymond Green, too? Yeah, Draymond Green. This team is pretty fire. I'm not going to lie. This is like a late 2010s team. Like, I don't really see anybody here that's really old other than, I guess, Del Curry. Del Curry and Steph Curry ended up together. Wilt, Paul George, Brunson's pretty fire. All right, David Robinson, Gilbert Arenas, DeMarcus Cousins, Kevin Durant, David Thompson. Okay, yeah. Jerry West, George Lucas, I said George Lucas, Jerry Lucas. Sorry, George Lucas created Star Wars. And Yao Ming out here. Moses Malone, Carmelo Anthony. Okay, and then we got to the Wizards, Jokic, Derrick Rose, and Tatum. Wait, hold on. Where is LeBron? Oh, yeah, we already went over LeBron. LeBron is with Westbrook in Milwaukee and Embiid. Okay, awesome. So we got the team situated. I'm going to get right into this. No waiting around. Obviously, first season, going into the first season. Make sure to smash the like, subscribe if you're new. We got 10 seasons, so here is season 1 out of 10. All right. Why are you talking to me, Alex Hartman? Leave me alone. We got David Thompson winning the MVP out of all people. All right. Tim Hardaway, 6th man of the year. We got Wemby winning the defensive player of the year. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, clutch player. And the Timberwolves finished with a 66-16 record, so they must be stacked. We got the first team All-NBA here, Wemby, Shaq. I see Magic Johnson here. Obviously, the stats are going to be kind of low because, I mean, there's so many just dominant all-time legends in this league. There's Michael Jordan averaging 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists. We got Hakeem putting up 29 and 3. Moses, 19 and 10. We got Jokic out here putting up 15, 7, and 8. Luka putting up 18, 5, and 9. Larry Bird, 25 and 6. Here's our defensive team. Do we even have a rookie team? We don't even have a rookie team. All right. So we're not going to obviously go through every single game every single year. We're going to really go through just the at least just the finals for sure. I mean, yeah, I'm going to go through the finals. I don't really care too much about this. We're going to just go through into the conference finals. Who is in the conference finals? Let's see. It's Bob Cousy, Clyde Drexler, George Mikan, a team of unks versus Jason Kidd and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's a nice team right there. What about this team right here? Jalen Brunson, Paul George, and Will. Damn, they were able to dominate. And then Halliburton and Tim Duncan. Let's see if who ends up in the finals. By the way, this is the 7 and 8 seed get into the conference final. Has that ever happened in NBA history? I'd actually love to know that. Okay, well, it actually did happen. Wait, this is false. Why would they just lie? Dude, ChatGPT just lied to me. 2023 Eastern Conference Finals, the 7 and 8 seeded Miami Heat faced off. That's not even right. And then they literally corrected themselves. No, we have never seen a 7 and 8 seed face each other in the conference finals. If you want to know, the lowest seeded matchup we've seen is the 8 seed versus a 2 seed. So that's not even that crazy. So, yeah, the 7 and 8 seed has never matched up against each other in the conference finals. They win in 7. And we got the Bulls versus the Kings for our first finals matchup. Tyrese Halliburton, Jerry Stackhouse, Chris Mullin, Tim Duncan versus Jason Kidd, Ray Allen, Jermaine O'Neal, and Kareem. I got the Kings winning this matchup. Not going to lie. They're up 1-0. They're up 2-0. They're up 3-0. Man, my prediction was correct. Let's go ahead and simcast this. See if we get any close games in this series. All right, well, the Bulls are up pretty big, so they're going to force a game 5 at least. At the least of it, this is actually very close. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. 1 point game. Now it's back to a 2 point game. 4 point game. 2 minutes. We'll hop into this. Our first NBA Finals, and it's between the Bulls and the Sacramento Kings. Here's Jermaine O'Neal driving in all the way to the basket. Wait, why did they just count that? Why did they just count that basket? Wait a second. Did that ball go in? That didn't even go in. Was that... I know as hell it wasn't goaltending. Why did they just count that basket? That was very bizarre. I'm not going to lie. That felt rigged. Why did they count the basket? All right. Anyway, maybe there's like a rule that I'm not aware of, but it's literally the first season. How could there be rule changes in the first season? Bob McAdoo gets an easy layup to go. Here's Jason Kidd, 5 point game. Back out to Ray Allen now. Back out to Jason Kidd. Kidd to Jermaine O'Neal. Kareem in the post. Bodying his way up with the left hand and puts it in. Just prime Kareem Abdul-Jabbar stuff out here. Jerry Stackhouse driving inside on Ray Allen. Good defense from Ray. Forces him to pick up his dribble. Forces up a tough shot and misses. Kareem is there for the board. Here is Jason Kidd now. 7-point lead. Trying to force a game 6 on his home court. It's a bad pass. Here's Halliburton. You can't give any lead to Halliburton. You never know with Tyrese. Blocked by Kareem. Halliburton. 10 seconds. Chris Mullin open. His three-pointer is missed. Kareem the rebound. Here is Jason Kidd now. Crossover behind the back. Ray. His three-pointer contested is missed. And a chance for Sacramento to finish things off, or not finish things off, but come back into the game as Bob McAdoo misses the step back mid-range. That's not your body, Bob. I'm not gonna lie. That's not you. I can't see you making that one. Cliff Hagan. Nice little move. Driving in. Halliburton actually playing some good defense. Both these teams just can't score, which is crazy. Literally, both of them just can't do anything. Halliburton pulls up a three and misses. Rebound Kareem. And now the game is finally over. So, Kings were just up 3-0, and now they're under pressure. It's a 3-2 series lead. Can they finally close out the series, or will they need to go to another close game? It is close again. Once again, it's close. Once again, it's very close. 5-point game. Now it's a 3-point game. Back to a 5-point game. 6-point game. 4-point game. We'll hop in. Let's see if the Kings can finish things off here. Now that I think about it, what's funny about Halliburton being on the Kings is he was actually drafted to Sacramento. So that's why it felt familiar seeing him in a Kings jersey. Here is Howell. Back out to Hallie. Let's see what Hallie got. Pull up mid-range is missed. Tim Duncan, a big rebound, and the slam dunk. It is now a 2-possession game here in Sacramento. Looking to finish off the job here. Can they do it? Jason Kidd. Into Kareem. I don't know. Was that a foul? I feel like that wasn't a foul. That didn't feel like a foul. As he knocks down free throw number 1. Free throw number 2 is up, and it's good. Sengun has checked into the game. Interesting. All right, here's Halliburton. I'm assuming they're just going to run the offense with Timmy D, but Jermaine O'Neal is a great post defender. As he stops him, Sengun at a wide-open tip-in layup and misses. Here's Ray Allen all the way to the basket and keeps the Bulls in the game. It's now just a 2-point game. Into Timmy D, once again trying to take on Jermaine O'Neal. But Tim Duncan is just too good as he gets a solid mid-range off the glass to go. Here's J. Kidd behind the back. Ray Allen, little jab step. Inside, 7 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Ray Allen, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Jason Kidd, a three-pointer is missed. Jerry Stackhouse the rebound, and they foul. So I think the Kings are going to be our first NBA champions. Tim Duncan drops 29 and 10 in this game, and I'm assuming he's going to be the Finals MVP as we load that up. And it is. Tim Duncan is our first Finals MVP, taking out the Bulls. A 7 seed goes all the way to the NBA Finals and wins it all. Now, this is when things are going to get a little bit interesting, obviously, because there's no salary cap, obviously. As you can see, the salary cap is turned off. It means we're going to get some very interesting off-season moves. So let's get into that. Karl Malone plans to retire and eligible for a farewell tour. I mean, sure, you can get out of the league, honestly. I don't mess with you. Let's check the transaction report, honestly, because we could see some interesting stuff. I wish it said, like, oh, yeah, it does say re-sign. Okay, cool. So, Knicks signed Amen Thompson. The Lakers got DeAndre Ayton. Is there any, like, crazy... How did the VJ Edgecombe's in this league? That's interesting. Dana White gets signed to the Pistons. John Wall to the Suns. Is there anything interesting here that will, like, make my head turn at all here? Gilbert Arenas re-signed, so that's not interesting. All right, well, I guess we just got to go. Oh, Draymond Green left the Warriors. Damn, that's annoying. All right, not the Warriors. He was on the Rockets. Okay, so I think this is the exact same team. I don't know. I can't really tell if there were any changes here. Magic and Wemby are still together. LeBron and Embiid and Westbrook are still together. Kareem and Isaiah Thomas are still... Wait, no. Kareem had somebody else on this team, right? They had somebody else. I don't remember seeing Isaiah Thomas running around, so that's a change. They upgraded. And then I think Vince and Ant weren't together before, so that's a cool nice little move for both of them. Jordan and Luke are still together. And I think they added Wilkins to this team. I mean, I could just check. Yeah, they did add Wilkins, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they did. No, they didn't. I'll be able to check. It's pretty easy. Yeah, not much has changed, honestly, in this league. Most people just re-signed. I guess because salary cap is off, so it makes teams just able to re-sign their players much easier. I guess let's just go right into season number 2. I mean, we went over every single team here, so let's get it. Season number 2. All right, into season 2. Let's see who wins the MVP this year. It's Bob Cousy taking home the MVP. Rookie of the year was this guy. We got Michael Ray Richardson, 6th man of the year. Wemby is the defensive player. He's going to just own this defensive player of the year award the entire simulation, isn't he? I have a feeling. Most improved was Chet Holmgren, 12 points and 6 rebounds is most improved. And then the clutch player was Shea, putting up 21, 3, and 7. The Pistons finished with a great record. So, again, I guess we'll check over that team. Here's our first team. He's our second team. Damn, Zion made his way into a second-team All-NBA with all these legends. That's impressive, I have to say. There's LeBron James, 19, 5, and 8. Chris Paul, 17 and 12. Kareem put up 19 and 10. There's Kareem. Wait. There's 2. How are there 2 Kareems? How did Kareem make the All-NBA second team and the All-NBA third team? This is the same Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, by the way. That's an insane glitch. And didn't Giannis make 2? Am I tripping? Oh, no, that's the defensive team. Wow, I'm actually an idiot. All right, anyway. So let's go real quick, go over the standings. Here is our number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, Bob Cousy, Clyde Drexler, Bam, George. It's really just a team full of unks, it feels like. Here is our number 2 seed. Damn, this team is good. Kevin Garnett and Anthony Davis is a fire duo. And I guess they just picked up Amen Thompson. That's what we saw. Miami, Jason Kidd, Wade. Wade somehow ended up in Miami, huh? Westbrook, Brandon Roy, and LeBron are the 4 seed. I want to see them go far, but I doubt they will. Karl Malone and Shaq. This is Karl Malone's last year. He's literally going to retire after this year. Tony Parker, Ant, and Vince. Anthony Edwards and Vince Carter is such a fire duo. Let me just go over the Western Conference real quick. John Stockton, Katie, and Curry. Curry left the Rockets. Okay. See, I might have to just do this every season, not going to lie. So this makes it much easier for me to look at all the players. Luka's not starting anymore. Kenny Anderson is starting over Luka. All right, so interesting stuff going on in the league right now. Let me just go ahead and at least just simulate to the conference finals. The Bucks. Who's on the Bucks again? Oh, that's LeBron's team. Let's see if LeBron can get to the conference finals here. He can. We got a LeBron versus Wade conference finals. All right, let's look at the conference finals matchups. Once again, the Kings are back in the conference finals. They're looking to go back-to-back. And the Thunder are looking to make a run with David Robinson this time. As for out in the Eastern Conference, we got a Wade versus LeBron James matchup. This Bucks team looks really good. Let's see if they can win a championship. They're up 2-0. It's 2-1 now. 3-1. 3-2. And, okay, so the Bucks reach the finals against the Heat. And they're going to have to stop the Kings from possibly going back-to-back in this simulation. 1-0 Sacramento, 2-0 Sacramento, 2-1. Once again, the Sacramento Kings are dominating the league. Are they going to become a dynasty in this stacked league? It's looking like it. 5-point game. This is going to be a close one, I think. 3-point game, yeah, this is a close one. No team is just bowing down to the Kings. They're not going out with a blowout. We're going to watch LeBron go to work on the Milwaukee Bucks. And we got Jerry Stackhouse at the line. You know, I was actually just thinking about this yesterday while I was playing Triple Threat, my team Park. I was thinking about how when I was a kid, I was at a Nets game, and I saw somebody with a Jerry Stackhouse jersey, and I thought it said Steakhouse. And I got excited because I was like, damn, there's a player in the NBA named Steakhouse. That's one of my favorite players. Anyway, stupid. It makes me sound fat. Just so you know, I'm 145 pounds. I'm not fat, but it makes me sound fat. Westbrook in the post puts it in. 3-point lead. Anyway, I've been playing a lot of Triple Threat Park with a friend of mine, and honestly, I want to start streaming that. So, honestly, if you guys are watching this, I highly doubt a lot of you are watching this part of the video. Carmelo Anthony pulls up the mid-range and misses. But if you guys want to see me stream that, let me know, because I do want to start consistently streaming a good amount. Westbrook is just low-key carrying the team right now. What is happening? Here's Melo driving in. Good pass to Timmy D as he lays it up and in. Now it's Russell Westbrook bringing up the ball. 3-point game. Trying to force a big game 6. Embiid sets a screen. Westbrook for 3. Misses. Big rebound, Tim Duncan. A chance for Sacramento to crawl back into this one and win it at home once again for a second straight season. Halliburton back to Tim Duncan. Now it's Bob McAdoo. Melo wants it in the post. LeBron versus Melo. I remember when this matchup meant something back in like the late or the early 2010s, man. When Melo and LeBron would go head-to-head. That's a great pass from Westbrook is going crazy right now. What is Westbrook dropping? I mean, he only has 13 points, but I swear he's scored like all his points in the fourth quarter. Yeah, he has 7 points in the fourth quarter. We've seen him score, I think, 4 of them and an assist. And Sacramento calls the timeout. This is their last chance here. Here's Tim Duncan back out to Stackhouse. Melo, his mid-range is tough, and it's missed. And the Kings will foul, meaning the Bucks are going to force a game 6. Joel Embiid drops 32 and 9 in that. We didn't really see much of him, but what a game he had to at least force a game 6. Let's see if the Kings will end off the series at home, or are we seeing a game 7? Bucks are up big, though. Yeah, this is a blowout. So we're going to see game 7. Let's see if LeBron can actually take home this championship. Westbrook going crazy in this one. LeBron has just been consistently really good. And we got a game 7. Bucks are up big. They're up 15. They're up 11 now. They're up 14. They're up 16. And Milwaukee is going to be winning a championship versus the Sacramento Kings, coming back from 3-1. It's the second time in LeBron's career that he comes back from 3-1 and takes care of business. Damn, LeBron, you are a GOAT. I'm not going to lie. You are the greatest player of all time. 21, 4-7 Finals MVP, coming back from 3-1. And, I honestly thought that the Sacramento Kings were about to build a dynasty on us, but I couldn't be more wrong. I mean, they were literally one game away from doing it. They were up 3-1 and everything. So that's why I'm kind of surprised. Just continue to auto-generate rookies. I could care less about what happens here. So let's see. Oh, it looks like Jokic has left Washington. Where is Jokic? I mean, we could probably just go because I think I memorize most of where these guys are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Magic left. Yeah, he was in Philly. He now is on the Pacers. Wemby's still in Philly. LeBron is still in Milwaukee after winning a championship. Kareem is still in Chicago. Vince is still in Cleveland. Wilt is still... Wilt moved on from the Spurs. He's on the Grizzlies now. Did Jordan move on from the Clippers? Jordan is on the Lakers now. We'll see, I guess, who's on the Lakers when we end this season to see all the teams. It is easier to look at all the teams like that. All right. Interesting stuff going on in the league. Let's move on to season number 3. Okay, so this year it's Kevin Garnett who wins the MVP. Back-to-back T-Wolves as MVPs. There's Tim Hardaway, 6th Man of the Year. Wemby, the defensive. Cooper Flagg wins the Most Improved Player of the Year. I didn't even know he was in this league, not gonna lie, but he's on the Timberwolves, so they must be stacked. Kawhi, the clutch player. And once again, the Timberwolves finished with the best record in the Western Conference, and I'm assuming the league as well. Bill Walton sneaking his way into an All-NBA first team. Shaq consistently getting into the All-NBA first team. There's LeBron, just won a championship. His stats also get upgraded a little bit. There's Jokic now on the Miami Heat. So that's where he went. Let's go over the standings. So the Miami Heat, after adding Jokic in the offseason, look great. They also have Cade Cunningham coming off the bench. Any sleepers out here? No, I don't see really any sleepers, but they're stacked. The Bulls are still here, man. They got to the finals that one year. Why do Isaiah Thomas and Ray Allen look exactly the same? There is Tony Parker, Anthony Edwards, and Vince. They're always together, but they always seem to not be able to go past like the second round. Who the heck is Fred Brown? I must be a casual. I don't know who Fred Brown is. But there's Shaq, always seeming to make it in there. The Bucks are now the 9 seed after winning a championship, so I'm not really sure what happened to them. Oh, they lost Embiid. Embiid is gone. Oh, Embiid was a big part of their team, so that's going to hurt them. And I want to see Kyrie and Kobe do something, but they keep finishing at the just mid Eastern Conference, bottom of the playoffs type of vibe. The Timberwolves, I got to look at this team. Steph, Larry Bird, Kevin Garnett, David Robinson, and Cooper Flag coming out. If this team doesn't win a championship in the next 2 years, I'd be shocked because they're stacked. There's James Harden and Carmelo Anthony. Obviously, this team went to back-to-back finals. And then Embiid decided to join the Kings, the team that literally he beat in the finals. He decided to just join them. Not much is going on in Golden State, although Zion Williamson has quickly turned into one of the best players in the league. There's Dallas with Franz Wagner, Kevin Love, and Patrick Ewing. And Luka is now without Michael. Where is Michael now? We haven't even seen Michael. Oh, yeah, he's on the Lakers, and they finished with the 9 seed with Steve Nash, Dirk, and Paul George. Okay, that's interesting. So let's continue on with the league. See if Minnesota can finally make some noise in the playoffs. They get past round 1. Miami is also looking good, but they lose to the Pacers. We got a Magic Johnson and Shaq versus Anthony Edwards and Vince. So Cleveland got over the hump of passing the second round, just barely in 7 versus the Nets. And the Warriors look pretty good with Klay Thompson, and so do the Clippers without Michael Jordan. So that's interesting. I mean, the Clippers have basically an all-white starting 5 other than John Starks. That feels kind of interesting. So let's get into the finals where we have the Warriors versus the Cavs, man. A classic NBA finals. We could see Ant winning his first championship, or we could see it being Julius Erving and Zion. So I'm rooting for Ant, not going to lie, even though the Warriors, 1-1. Cavs are up 2-1. It's 2-2. This is our first really close series, and the Warriors are up 3-2. Let's see if they can finish off the job here on the road. This looks like it's going to be another close game, man. We are just getting blessed with a lot of hop-ins, aren't we? 2-point game, 1 minute and 47 seconds. I will hop into this, no diggity doubt. Here's Fat Lever. Oh, Yao Ming is on the Cavs. We're going to see Ant go to work now. Back out to Jaren Jackson Jr. Misses the three-pointer, man. JJJ shoots like an 8th grader, I swear. His jump shot just looks so ugly. Zion back out to Chauncey Billups now. They go to George Gerving in the post. Kind of a mismatch, and he lays it up and in. Looking to win it in Cleveland is the Golden State Warriors. And I see Vince Carter, Evan Mobley, and I couldn't tell who that other guy was. I think that's Willis Reed checking into the game. Yao Ming has Zion in him. He could just body him all day. But Ant decides he wants to hog the ball. Jaren Jackson sets a screen. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Tough shot is missed. Zion the rebound, and here he comes, storming down the court. Back out to Billups. Chauncey. Great pass out to Calvin Murphy. Now Chauncey Billups. His three-pointer is contested. Good defense from Cleveland. Are we on Hall of Fame difficulty? Yes, we are. Okay. Here's Fat Lever. Picks up his dribble. Good pass to Nate Thurmond. And was that a travel? Oh, offensive 3 seconds. I thought 2K was just going to call it travel. Travel's never gets called, not only in 2K, but it also never gets called in the NBA. Here's Dr. J driving in. Great defense from Vince, not going to lie. This is just fantastic defense. Zion trying to get a bucket inside. Misses. Big rebound. Klay Thompson for 3. Puts it in! And the Warriors have a 3-point lead now. Vince, a second separated shot clock and game clock. Oh my God. I got to watch this back. Yo, Vince oh my God. Vince actually just embarrassed Dr. J. Little snatchback. Got him leaning, and then the clear lane for a classic Vince Carter slam dunk. Now, they are going to need missed free throws, but that was a highlight for the ages. What a play from Vince Carter. I don't see Klay missing any free throws, though. He knocks down the first. What was that zoom up? What the heck was that? Another free throws up, and it's good. So Cleveland's going to have to need a 3. Now, they have no timeouts, so they might need a 3. That's why I say they need a 3. Or we're going to see another new NBA champion. Tough shot from Vince! Oh, my goodness. Vince Carter, just double check that my difficulty's all good. What a shot from Vince Carter to tie up the game. And we now have a chance for the Warriors to win it at the buzzer with 9 seconds left. Can they do it? Chauncey Billups has it. Who takes the last shot is the question. I feel like it's got to be Dr. J. He pulls up a midi and puts it in. I don't know why. I'm not even going crazy about that. But as soon as he put up the mid-range, I knew it was going in. The Golden State Warriors are NBA champions. For the first time, we're actually watching a championship celebration as well. Sorry, Cleveland, you guys are going down without. I did want to see Ant and Vince Carter take home the ring, but it's not happening this season. It's going to be kind of one of the teams that are a little more obscure, as Zion Williamson holding up the Larry O'Brien trophy. My question, who takes home the Finals MVP? It's Zion Williamson who takes home the Finals MVP. I told you, he's slowly making a name for himself as one of the best players in the league. To everybody's surprise, let's be real. To everybody's surprise. All right, let's continue onwards into the next season, 2028-29. This is season number 4 out of 10. All right, onwards to season number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get right into it. No waiting around. I was just reading some comments just there for a little bit. Why are you guys so mean to me in the comment section? There are some really mean people in the comment section. I swear, I just talk about basketball for as much as point. Maybe sometimes I say something that might be outlandish that I don't mean. The reason is I'll be recording for 2-3 hours and I'll just get comments you know nothing about basketball, but then they never give me a reason why I don't know anything about basketball. So I don't really know, honestly. It makes no sense to me. But let's check out everybody. Maybe we can check if anybody left. I see Wemby is still in Philly. Magic is still in Indiana. Steph is... Did he leave? No, he's still in Minnesota. Dude, that Minnesota Timberwolves team has to win a championship at some point. It has to happen. Because they got Kareem now, too. Wait, this Minnesota team is literally stacked. Hold on a second. Bro, this Minnesota team is crazy. Steph Curry, Kareem, David Thompson, Kevin Garnett, Cooper Flag, Larry Bird, John Stockton. How does this team has to win a championship? They literally just built a super team. That team literally built a super team. There's the Bucks. There's Wilt still in the Grizzlies. Wade is still in Miami. He's going to stay loyal to Miami probably. Brooklyn. Dude, Kevin Durant was in Minnesota too. Imagine if they kept KD. Jesus. All right, David Thompson. We saw him. He's still in Minnesota. Shaq moved on to Chicago, who have been a top team in this league for most of the simulation. Jokic is still in Miami. Tim Duncan is still in Sacramento. Clyde is still in Detroit. Magic, or Marquez Johnson, sorry. Cooper Flag is still in Minnesota. Now he's a 95 overall. Listen, if the Timberwolves don't win a championship at some point in this video, I would be very, very surprised. Not going to lie, very surprised. All right, Will Chamberlain wins the MVP for the Grizzlies. The first time we've seen it's not a Timberwolves player in the last 2 seasons. LaMelo Ball, 6th man of the year. Wemby defensive. Keontae George, most improved. Clutch player of the year was T-Mac. I haven't seen Utah Jazz do anything, probably because their best player is Tracy McGrady. And the Timberwolves once again finished with the best record in the NBA. They better win a championship at some point in this video. Bill Walton keeps sneaking into the first team All-NBA, and Zion continues to just be an absolute king of this simulation, one of the kings of this simulation, as he has that championship, which to me still just doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's continue moving on. Back to the NBA standings. We'll go into that. So the Knicks finished with the best record in the Eastern Conference. Pretty decent team. We got the Bulls back. The Bulls are always just good. I don't know how they haven't won a championship yet. There's Ja Morant, David West. And then, of course, Anthony and Vince, who just made the finals but lose. Kevin Durant and the Nets. Miami's pretty good still. They're always in the running. Man, LeBron might have to move on from this team because they're just at the bottom of the playoffs, it seems like. Who are the Celtics at? The Celtics are pretty mid. No offense. I mean, I'm not saying they're mid. Penny Hardaway, Gordon Hayward, and Jalen Durant, and Derek Coleman, Joe Dumars are great players. I'm saying for everybody else in the league, they're mid. That doesn't mean this team on paper is mid. Okay? Just so you guys know. Oh my God. Anyway, Western Conference, obviously the Timberwolves are literally... I mean, how has this team not won a championship yet? There's the Kings. Kobe moved to the Kings. So that's interesting. He moved on from the Hawks and is trying his go at the Sacramento Kings. They're going to try to go back to back. We'll see if that works out for them. I think I got the Sacramento Kings winning it. This will be their second championship. I got them winning it. I'm not going to lie. They're really good. I mean, if any team's going to beat this Timberwolves team, it has to be this team. Obviously, because they finished with the second best record. But you know what I mean. Hey, as I was talking trash about the Jazz and how Tracy McGrady has never gotten past the first round in his NBA career, they made the playoffs. Okay, I got to see who the Timberwolves lose to at this point, because I'm assuming they're going to lose, right? Are they going to lose to the Mavericks? No. Okay, they're sweeping everybody. This is the conference finals everybody's been waiting for, and I might have to actually go ahead and tune into this. As for the Cavs, well, they're actually trying to go to back-to-back NBA finals and possibly, hopefully, win one. The Heat keep getting the conference finals and losing. Let me see how this series goes. I actually kind of do want to simcast this if it comes down to it, the Cavs sweep. And I'm going to go ahead and simcast this series, actually, because this is actually literally the two best teams in the NBA. And I'm not going to lie, I think whoever wins this series is going to go ahead and win the championship. That's my prediction for this video right here. Okay, this is going to be our first time watching this Timberwolves go to work. So this should be fun. Who do they even have in the game? It's Cooper Flagg. I see John Stockton. I see David Thompson. I see Moses Malone. I see David Robinson. God, they're so stacked, bro. They're just so stacked. Here's David Robinson with Tim Duncan on him. I like this matchup right here. This is like teacher and student going at it. Floater. Tim Duncan playing some great defense. Here comes Ben Simmons for the Sacramento Kings. I don't know how he snuck into this video. There's David Thompson. Does he have like a good all-time player? Does Ben Simmons have a good all-time player? I'd be surprised. Stockton. There's Simmons on him. That's a tough matchup. Cooper Flagg rises and misses. Damn, I thought that was hitting. Here's Ben Simmons now back out to Kobe. See what Kobe got in store for us in a Sacramento Kings jersey. Moving on from the Hawks. Couldn't win with Kyrie. Gets him leaning and drives in for the layup. Kobe Bryant with the beautiful move. Here's Stockton now. David Robinson. That's a good cut, man. Got Tim Duncan sleeping on that one. And gets an easy lefty dunk. Here's Kobe. Bob McAdoo driving in. Kobe spins. Tough bucket is good. Kobe taking over the game, looking to get to force a game 7. 10-second separate shot clock and game clock here. Stockton has it. Into D-Rob. D-Rob in the post. Flings it up and misses. They are going to have to hope for some missed free throws here so that they can maybe get a bucket or a two-pointer to tie up the game. Other than that, it's looking like they might need a 3. And I know just the guy to take that shot. And he's wearing number 24. Why would he actually take the shot? Never mind. He's up 3. I know just the guy who will take that shot. And he's wearing number 30. And he has checked into the game. There he is. Steph Curry in the game. If anybody's going to take this 3, it's got to be him. David Thompson has it. Okay, David Thompson trying to take it on Kobe. Kobe playing some great defense. I don't know. That was the best shot you can come up with. I don't know about that one. Anyway, the Kings force a game 7. Just as I predicted, this series has been nothing short of entertainment. Timberwolves, let's see if they can close things out at home, or will it be the Kings going back to the NBA Finals? It would be a third NBA Final for them. They're up 9. Wow, this is another close game. Wow, 1 minute and 48 seconds, 1-point game. I will definitely hop into this. This is probably our most entertaining series as far as just talent on the court. Here's Steph Curry. Great pass to Kareem as he finishes the layup. Kareem moving on from Chicago, man. Here's Halliburton. 1-point game. Screen comes. Melo, mid-range, misses. Embiid the rebound and the layup. Back and forth we go in Minnesota. Steph Curry with it. They go to Kareem in the post. Tough shot is good, man. He's unstoppable right now. Actually unstoppable. Showing why he was the #1 leading scorer for so long. Let's see if Kobe can answer back. Kobe taking it in all the way to the basket. Great help defense from Kareem. Chance for the Kings to take the lead. Step back. They go back to, Curry, a three. Misses. I thought he was giving it into Kareem in the post. Kobe now. Out to Melo. Kobe. Hop step is good with the left hand. Kobe is taking over. How many points does Kobe have right now? Only 19, but he's averaging 8. Is he leading the team in scoring? No, he's not. Embiid is leading the team in scoring by 0.1. 1 point game. This Timberwolves team might be having another disappointing season. Curry, good pass into Kareem, lays it up and in. And Minnesota retakes the lead. Thanks to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, by the way. He's low-key carrying. Kobe putting the moves on David Thompson. Driving in. Once again. Good defense from David Thompson. But Kobe, I mean, that felt way too easy. Am I on Hall of Fame? That's why. I'm on Pro. I guess I helped out both those teams because both the defenses just looked awful in that. 19 seconds. 17 seconds. 15 seconds in the fourth. Curry with it. Will he end things for Minnesota and reach the final? Oh, got him leaning. You got to finish it off. You got to make that Curry. Oh, my God. That would have been the best play I think we've seen in this video so far, man. If he could have just finished this. Look at this, man. He got Halliburton leaning. Steps it back. Oh, wait, that was after he got it. Look at this. He should have just pulled it right here. Look at this. He should have hit the behind the back Curry slide and then just pulled the three, man. Look at this. This would have been the gamer. I guarantee that would have been the gamer. That step back was clean. It looked good, and it probably would have been for the win, but it's a choke jog for Steph Curry. We'll give them a chance, though. So Minnesota doesn't have a timeout. It's going to have to be a full court shot from Steph Curry. And the Kings prove to be the best team in this simulation so far, I'd say, by reaching their third NBA Finals. And Carmelo Anthony takes home the Finals MVP, Eastern Conference, Western Conference Finals MVP. Somehow it wasn't Kobe, so good for Carmelo Anthony, man. And the Kings are headed back to the finals. It's their third finals. They won the first NBA championship in this video, and then they lost the second NBA championship in this video. The Cavs are back in the finals. Let's see if they can get revenge, or are they just going to be known as a finals merchant type of team. Kings are up 3-1. They were up 3-1 in that second season, then blew a 3-1 lead to LeBron James and the Milwaukee Bucks. So is that going to happen again, or are we going to see Sacramento close things out? Yeah, Kings are up big, and they're going to take care of business. I mean, they weren't up big, but they take care of business, and it's back-to-back or not back-to-back, but 2 championships for the Kings. This is Tim Duncan's second Finals MVP, and I'd say he is by far the best player in this simulation for sure. Let's go ahead and see anything interesting happen. Chris Paul joins the Nuggets, and he's now the highest-rated player. Kobe's going to stick to Sacramento. Magic is going to stick in Indiana for another season. Kareem is going to stick it out in Minnesota to try to win a championship. Cooper Flag is also staying in Minnesota. Wemby is here. Yeah, that really is a question. Who is staying in Minnesota? Is Steph still here? Yep, and David Thompson. So they're giving it another go. Again, I'd be so surprised if the Minnesota Timberwolves don't win a championship. But there's Tim Duncan. I mean, obviously, it shows his championships from before this, but he has the 2026 and 2029 NBA championship. So he is the player. He's had the best simulation so far with 2 Finals MVPs and 2 championships. As we head into, are we in season number 4? Yes, no, we're going into season number 5. So after this season, we are officially halfway done with the video. So let's get right into that. Damn, Wemby takes home the MVP. Did Philly get some upgrades to their team? That's the question. Scotty wins the Sixth Man of the Year. Wemby, Defensive Player of the Year. He's been great. I mean, he's won every single Defensive Player of the Year, I'm pretty sure. And the Timberwolves, man, this has to be the season you guys actually win a championship, man. It has to be. There's no way this team continues to be the best team in the league and not win a championship, man. There's Wemby on the Sixers, putting up 23 points. That's the best averages we've seen so far, I feel like. By a lot, low-key. Oh, no, Tatum put up 26, 8, and 5. That's pretty high, I'm not going to lie. Our points per game going up a little bit. What's LeBron averaging? 20. It's basically the same, to be honest. Derrick Rose found his way onto the Warriors. He was on the Wizards, I'm pretty sure. Let me get into the NBA standings once again. So the Miami Heat are always up here, but never really get into the finals now that they have Jokic, who's dropping down to a 94 overall. Not sure why. There's the Cavs, again, another team that's always up there, getting to the finals in back-to-back seasons. Let's see if they maybe can take that next step and win it all. The Knicks as well have always been here, and so have the Bulls. But Shaq is now at 92 overall. I don't know what happened there. LeBron, another team that usually can make it somewhat far, or at least be a top team in the NBA playoffs. And there's the Raptors now with Ja Morant. They're sneaking their way. We haven't really heard from them, so they're there. Did the Sixers get any better? Doesn't look like it. It looks like Wemby just kind of carrying that team. And then the Hornets, yeah, they're here. Pacers as well have always been pretty good with Magic. And the Pistons missed the playoffs. So let's get into the Western Conference. The Timberwolves obviously still probably the best team in this league. We got the Kings, Kobe and Melo and Timmy D. They are trying to hunt for their third championship and possibly back-to-back. The Warriors, after adding Derrick Rose, look pretty good with Zion. Don't forget, they're NBA champions. And the Clippers, where's Michael Jordan nowadays? He's on the Lakers, right? And he's already a 92 overall. I don't know why. He just got really bad really fast. All right, so let's get into this. I have a feeling it's going to be a Kings versus Minnesota Timberwolves. Oh, my God, Timberwolves lose in 7 to the Rockets, man. This team is just the greatest what-if team of all time. They obviously have the most talent out of all these teams and just can't seem to get it to work, man. They lose to Dale Ellis and Karl-Anthony Towns, bro. That's crazy to me. I feel like this sets up a Sacramento Kings back-to-back, but it looks like they're losing to Zion Williamson and the Warriors, who, don't forget, are NBA champions in their own right. And they are in the NBA Finals, where the Bulls are here as well. Can Shaq win a championship here? The Bulls, I think this is their second Finals they're making, I want to say. Yes, it is. They made the Finals in 2026. The first NBA Final we actually did, they made the Finals. So let's see if this is going to be a Zion Williamson NBA championship, or are the Bulls finally going to get one up on them? Wow, we could see a Shaq NBA championship here. Let's see if it happens. Well, it's not going to happen quite yet. Warriors aren't going down without a fight as they force a Game 5, dominating the Bulls in that one. Now the Bulls are going to have to win on the road unless they want to see a Game 6. This is pretty close. Oh, never mind. Warriors take care of business and force a Game 6. Damn, the Bulls were just up 3-0. No way they choke this away, right? 5-point game. This is close. 6-point game. 5-point game. This isn't really hopping worthy? This is hopping worthy, though. 21 seconds, 1-point game. Unfortunately, though, the Bulls do have the ball, so we're going to have to see some missed free throws or something, and then a three-pointer. Other than that, though, the Bulls look pretty good. Isaiah Thomas at the line. First free throw's up, and it's good. Second free throw for IT as he knocks down both. Warriors need a 3 as they call a timeout. 18-second Julius Erving with it. Derrick Rose, wide open three-pointer, misses. And I think the Bulls are going to win a championship, getting their revenge from that first season. They're always a top team in the league, and this time they win it after adding Shaq. I think they used to have Kareem. I want to say they had somebody else, but now Shaq has brought them an NBA championship, and we are officially halfway done with this video, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, this Wizards team is actually garbage. Why is this Wizards team so bad? There's so much talent in this league. Anyway, Cooper Flag is now the best player in the league, and he's still on the Timberwolves. LeBron is still on the Bucks. Kobe is still on the Kings. Luka is still on the Clippers. He's been on the Clippers his whole career. Michael's old and washed up now. I was going to say, where's Michael? But he's old and washed up. The Timberwolves still have Curry, and Kevin Garnett is still on the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves have done a great job of not losing any of their players. Did they lose anybody this season? I can't tell. No, I don't think so. They got to win a championship at some point, man. It's got to happen. I don't know how they haven't done it yet. I mean, now they have the highest rated player in the league. Like it's got to be done. let's get into season number 6. We are now officially halfway done with this video, or now, as we start simming, actually over halfway done with this video. So if you guys enjoyed this video so far, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and all that fun stuff. I'm trying to get videos out for you every day. Yesterday, wasn't able to post. Honestly, just took an off day. Sometimes the brother needs an off day. But yeah, let's get right into this season number 6. There's Wilt, an MVP. I think that's his second MVP, if I'm not mistaken. Scotty Barnes, 6th man of the year. Wemby, the defense player. He's now on the Lakers, and I think Jordan's on that team as well. So we'll see if that does anything. The Timberwolves finished a 70-12 record. They've got to win the championship now, man. There's got to be a championship for them right now. There's the Knicks out here. We haven't really seen much from them, but they're solid. Bulls coming off a championship, and they added Jason Tatum to their team, so they got just a little bit better. We'll see if they can make a run. I see Wade is not on the Miami Heat. Not sure where he's at. There's the Cavs, always finishing in the somewhere in the top. LeBron, I want to see a second championship from LeBron. Not gonna lie. Who is Igor Alanichich? He was a rookie. He got drafted from one of the draft classes. There is the Hornets. Here is the Hawks with Kyrie. Remember when they used to have Kobe? That was a fun team to watch. Let's see the Western Conference, though. Minnesota still, the whole gang is still together. They've got to win at some point, man. And the Kings look good again. Once again, it seems to be these two top teams at all times. And then Dallas looks good now as they add Wade. And then the Warriors are always a top 5 team. They now have Kevin Durant and Wilt. I don't think they had Wilt before, so they got better. They could win a championship for sure. Luka's team doesn't look bad either, and the Lakers don't look bad with Michael, Dirk, and Wemby. So let's see if they can maybe make a run. Other than that, well, everything else is slightly boring. SGA and Devin Booker, we haven't seen much from SGA, except for, I think, that Clutch Player of the Year award. So let's get into it. Is this going to be the year Minnesota finally turns things around? They sweep through their first round. The Warriors are tough, and they don't get past Golden State, man. Golden State is tough, though, so I understand that, to be honest with you. Warriors are back in the finals. They might end up winning another championship, playing against the Miami Heat. Let's see if they can take them down, or will it be the Miami Heat who get past the Warriors? It's 2-2 in the series, and the Heat are up 3-2. This would be a different champion, or will we see a new champion? It looks like we will. 16-point defeat from the Miami Heat. Jokic has a great game, 18, 14, and 14 on 7 for 8 shooting. Who's the MVP, though? It's Jokic, who takes home the finals MVP in season number 6, man. So good stuff from the Heat, bouncing back. I always say they're like a top team in the league, and then they just fail in the last moments. But this time, they were able to make it happen in season number 6. So good for them. That's our first season, though, with Steph Curry plans to retire. Damn, the Timberwolves, you're going to have to win this championship before Steph Curry retires, or I'm actually going to be mad. Oh, Kobe joined the Nets, huh? He had enough of the Kings. Interesting. Here's SGA. There's Wemby still on the Lakers. Chris Paul's now on the Suns. Zion ring chases and goes to the Miami Heat. That's a crazy ring chase, not going to lie. The Miami Heat might actually end up being a dynasty since they are in, I'd say, like a little bit of a weaker Eastern Conference. But this Warriors team is so good. That's why I'm so surprised they lost, not going to lie. But now they lost Zion, so they got a little worse. So let's get into season number 7. Let's get it. All right. Into season number 7 we go. Zion Williamson, after ring chasing, probably the craziest ring chase I've seen since Kevin Durant joining the Golden State Warriors. He is the MVP of the league, man. Zion has been I told you, he's been one of the best players in this entire league. The Knicks this time finishing with the Coach of the Year. Okay. Here's our first team, and here's our second, and here is our third team. Now, let's go ahead and check the standings once again. Knicks look great. Are they going to make a push, though? I feel like we haven't really seen much of them. They finished with a great record, but we haven't seen much of them. There's the Bulls, always finishing with a good record. They had that championship, though. Miami looks good. They lost somebody, though, I feel like, right? No, they still have Jokic. Okay, yeah. Jokic just got worse. Man, LeBron is always on the 4 or 5 seeds, somewhere around there, every single time. Cavs dropping a lot. Timberwolves are still one of the best teams in the league. And the Kings, even though they lost Kobe Bryant, seem to not be losing too much steam as they finish with a 65-17 record. The Mavericks with Wade look good. The Warriors still look good without Zion. We'll see if they can make a push. And I think they added Did they just add Magic Johnson? Yep, they just added Magic Johnson. All right. And then Lakers, man. Did Jordan retire? I think Jordan might have actually retired. Okay, anyway, let's get into this. All right, Knicks looking good. So do the Timberwolves. They get past round 1. Can they get past round 2? They do. Is this finally the year of the Timberwolves? It might be. They reach the finals, or we could see a second championship for the Chicago Bulls. This is Steph Curry's last year. He's retiring after this. It's his retirement farewell. Could they gift Stephen Curry a ring for his retirement? Are the Wolves finally going to win a championship, man? I've been waiting for this to happen for like this whole video. 5-point game, 2-point game. This is a close one. 1-point game, 2 minutes and 53 seconds, 1-point game. Are we finally going to see the Timberwolves win a championship up 3-1, I think? Or are they up 3-2? No, they're up 3-1. Shaq at the line. Has 2K fixed the Shaq free throw problem? Maybe. He misses the first. Did they actually fix it? Second one is up, and it's good. No, they didn't fix it, dude. Shaq would miss both of those. Come on now. Like, they did not fix that. Here's Steph anyway. 1-point game. Let's see what Steph has in store for us in his final season. This could possibly be his final game in the NBA. Could he finally win a championship? Curry mid-range is missed. Tatum the rebound. Bulls always look good, man. Isaiah Thomas pull-up mid-range is good. 2-point lead now for Chicago. Here is Stephen Curry bringing up the ball for the Timberwolves. Driving in on Isaiah Thomas. Is that a reach and foul? It is indeed a reach and foul. Kick out. Is that Baron Davis? Puts in the 3. Baron Davis, a big-time three-pointer to take the lead. Timberwolves hunting for that championship. They should have won, in my opinion, the last 3 in a row with the talent that they have. Kareem, signature. Oh, that is just beautiful. It's just beautiful to watch, man. A Kareem Abdul-Jabbar signature skyhook. It doesn't get much more pretty than that. Here is Steph Curry. They go to... Okay, no. Screen comes. Curry, three-pointer. Bang! We got a great, entertaining game here late in the fourth quarter from this Timberwolves and Chicago Bulls matchup. And Kareem gets an and one. David Robinson fouls out. Luckily, they probably have somebody great to back him up. Yep, they have Moses Malone to back him up, so that's not bad. Rebound. Missing free throws in the clutch. Here's Cooper Flagg, the highest-rated player in the league. Another 3 from Baron Davis. This one, though, is missed. Chance for Chicago to take the lead now. 9-second separation, shot clock and game clock. Isaiah Thomas. Good pass. Kareem just getting free dunks over and over again. And the Bulls now had the lead. 20 seconds. Here's Curry. Could he win it for the Wolves? A side screen. Could Curry's last shot be a championship game winner? What a send-off for his career that would be. Curry. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. No, that's the second time that's happened. The second time we've seen Curry break ankles and miss the shot, man. Are you kidding me? Look at this. God, Isaiah Thomas leaning. Literally, where was he? He was so off the court, and then Curry had to just miss it, man. That is so sad. That would have been such a crazy way to end his career. But it's going to be Kareem knocking down both these free throws and winning the game. See, I don't want to simcast because sometimes weird things happen. See how they score with 0.2 seconds? That's why you never want to simcast after that. But, yeah, the Bulls force a Game 7, and the Timberwolves finals curse might just be real, man. It just might be real. Wait, Timberwolves are up. Only 6, though. This is not really a big lead. 3-point game. Now they have somewhat of a lead. 48 seconds. The Timberwolves win it. There it is. The Timberwolves have finally become champions, man. This team had so much potential this entire video, and for some reason, it took them way too goddamn long to win a championship, man. Way too long. The crazy thing is that was their first time just making the NBA Finals as well, and they had to win in 7. We've had pretty much different championships. The only team that has repeated in these 7 years has been the Sacramento Kings, and it's been Tim Duncan. The Warriors almost repeated. They went to the finals 3 times in this video, and the Bulls went to the finals as well, I believe 3 times in this video too, right? Oh no, 2 times. They went to the finals 3 times. Yeah, because they won 1. They went to the finals in the first season, I think in the 5th season, and then the 7th season they lose in the NBA Finals. Going into season number 8, man. It's crazy to see that Cooper Flag didn't even play in 2025-26. That's how good that Timberwolves team was. But yeah, we are going into season number 8. And has the league changed a little bit? Let's see, Cooper's there. I see Zion here. Wait, I'm doing career for 36 minutes. There we go. This is advanced. Okay, there we go. Zion, man, Zion is so good. I don't know why. Has anybody changed teams that I should be aware of? Did Kareem go back to the Bulls? Yeah, he did. He went back to the Bulls. All right, interesting. Wemby still on the Lakers. I want to see Wemby on a good team. Kobe still on the Nets. Durant still on the Warriors. Vince has been on the Cavs this whole goddamn time. Wilt still on the Warriors. All right, let's get into this. Season number 8, man. We are getting deep. We got about, I think, counting this season, 3 more seasons left. Oscar Robertson, 22.7 rebounds and 9 assists as he wins the MVP. That Knicks team is always good. We'll see if they can maybe win a championship. Kareem, Defensive Player of the Year. Finally, someone that's not Wemby. Not going to lie. Feel like Wemby has won the Defensive Player of the Year every single year. How many Defensive Player of the Years does he have? He has 6 of them. So, yeah. Only in the last, I think, 2 years has he started losing them. Let's get into the standings, though. See how things have changed. We got the Knicks here. Man, the Knicks are always good. I say it every time, but we haven't really seen much from them, man. The Bulls look good as always. The Heat look good as always. The Nets now with LaMelo and Kobe actually look pretty good as the 5th seed. The Hornets have been kind of at the bottom of the playoffs for most of this, and the Bucks, man, it's just a broken record with the Milwaukee Bucks. The Timberwolves are still the best team in the league, even without Steph now. They get a little worse, but maybe they can go back-to-back. We'll see. The Warriors, I think they had Magic Johnson last year, right? Yes, they did. Let me not mix things up. The Mavericks look good. The Kings always look good. It feels like they're always in the running. And the Clippers now, with Luka coming off the bench, are not terrible. The Thunder aren't terrible. The Lakers actually aren't terrible with Wemby again. And the Trailblazers are mid. I'm not going to lie. They're mid. All right, here we go. Season number 8. Conference Finals. Timberwolves versus Warriors, man. We've seen this matchup a lot. We could see the Timberwolves go back to the finals. Let's see if it happens. It does. They win in 7, and we have a rematch of last year's. Is this a rematch of last? Yes, it is. This is the 4th NBA final, by the way, the Bulls have been a part of. We could see back-to-back championships for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 2-2 series, and the Timberwolves are up 3-2. Is this going to be back-to-back NBA championships now for Minnesota after years of disappointment and darkness and despair? The Timberwolves are going back-to-back, becoming the first team to do it. David Thompson this time wins the Finals MVP. This is the first time we've seen them go back-to-back in the NBA. A team in general go back-to-back in the NBA Finals, and it's the same team, the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls have now made it to 1, 2, 3, 4 NBA Finals, man. 4 NBA Finals appearances where they've lost every single one but one. All right, we're almost done with this video. Cooper Flag now back-to-back championships. Kind of surprised he didn't take home any of the Finals MVPs, but he is a champion. LeBron is still on top of the league at 34, and so is Kobe. Wemby out here as an MVP. Why does Kobe only have 4 championships? Why do they not count? When did he won in 2029? Oh, yeah, with the Kings. Right, okay. Any changes to the league? It doesn't look like it. There's Zion still out here, man. Maybe if he was on the Warriors, he'd been still winning championships, but he decided to ring chase like a bitch. And we can continue with this league. We are into season number 9 now, and we have 2 more seasons left. Another MVP for Wilt, man. He has been the MVP king. I honestly can't remember if he won a championship, though. I guess I'll have to check that. But there's Luka as the sixth man of the year. And, this league has gotten kind of uncontrollable at this point. The Knicks always top of the league and just can't seem to make anything else happen. And the Timberwolves finished with a 72-10 record. We could see them go for that big boy three-peat. Let's simulate the round, see if the Timberwolves are they going to three-peat? Is that what's going to happen? Okay, they take out the Warriors, or the Dallas Mavericks take out the Warriors, so we finally have a different Western Conference Finals, and there's a lot of creative players on the Mavericks team. And they win! I hate when my mic does this, but it just went out for some reason. I don't know when it went out, but the Timberwolves lost. They were about to three-peat, and we have the Dallas Mavericks now against the Bulls, man. The Bulls are back in the NBA Finals, and they might end up taking home a second title. This is their fifth NBA Final. They've lost 3 of them, and we have a 4-point game with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in our 9th season. I will say there are a lot of creative players on the Mavericks now that were so deep into the simulation. Here's Derrick Rose. Kick out to Woodson. His three-pointer is good. 1-point lead. This would actually be kind of perfect if Derrick Rose goes to Chicago and wins them a championship. It would just feel so nice. Back out, Tim Hardaway. Three-pointer is good. Damn, Mavericks not going down without a fight. Big-time three-ball from Tim Hardaway. Here's Derrick Rose for the Bulls. It just feels so right. Here is D-Rose. Tatum sets the screen. His three-pointer from Derrick Rose is missed. It's a tough shot. He's not going to hit that one. Not going to lie. Here's Petrie. Back out to Tim Hardaway. Now it's this creative player as he misses a 3. Big rebound. Here comes Derrick Rose. Back out to Isaiah Thomas. Now it's Woodson trying to drive in. They go to Rose. Rose, hop step. Tough bucket is good. It is now a 2-point lead or 2-point game in Chicago. Here's Tim Hardaway. They go to Kevin Love in the post. Post fadeaway is good. And honestly, I'm going to call that game right there. Dallas holds on to the series, which means we have a Game 7. Are the Bulls going to lose in Game 7, bro? That would be kind of sad. I'm not going to lie. Oh, bless me. Anyway, this is a close game. And wow, the Bulls won. I should have hopped in. I don't know what I was doing there. Sorry. I just had a brain fart. 15 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists. And the Bulls, man, they honestly, you can make an argument. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. They've been the best team in the simulation. They made the finals the first year, but they lost. But then they were able to make the finals, I think, 5 years later, and they actually won this time. Then they made the finals in back-to-back seasons, but lost to the Bulls, and then won again. So they've been to the finals in, I believe, 6. Wait, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 9 seasons the Bulls have made the finals. That is honestly pretty impressive. We're going into season 10. I'm going to go ahead and speed run this season because I am kind of tired and I just want to see who wins it. And that's it. Actually, we'll if there's a simcast, there's a simcast, and we'll hop in. But let's get into season number 10, our final season of this video. Another MVP for Oscar Robertson. Interesting. I'm just going to go right into the playoffs. I mean, I'm assuming the standings haven't changed too much. The Timberwolves are still in the running, it looks like, and they are back in the conference finals, man. This is the most classic matchup of this whole video. The Kings versus the Timberwolves, man. The Kings don't look as good as they used to be, and honestly, neither do the Timberwolves, but they picked up Chris Paul, so that's a nice little pickup for them. Let's do it. Boom. Where Kings are taking out the Timberwolves in 7, and the Knicks, man, a team that has been at the top of the league for a long time, could finally become NBA champions. But it's the Kings who have been this would be the Kings' 3rd championship, making them the best team probably in the simulation. And it's not going to happen. Oh, wait, it could. It's probably going to happen. I'm saying, is it going to be a close game? It's definitely, I think, going to be a close. Oh, no, they're up 9 now. They're up 10, and there it is. Our last champion is the Sacramento Kings, as Bob McAdoo this time wins the Finals MVP. So let's go ahead and check out all of NBA history right here from our start at 2025, 2026. Now, the Timberwolves were a great team in this league. We're only able to win 2 championships. Felt like they should have got at least 3 or 4, but 2 is still really good. David Thompson wins it there, and then Kevin Garnett will win it again. Wilt won a solid 3 MVPs, making him the player with the most MVPs in these 10-season stretch. So that's pretty good. As for the rookie, well, it doesn't really matter. As for the 6-man, though, this will matter, I guess, a little bit. We got Tim Hardaway here. We got Luka winning it 2 times. We got Scottie Barnes and then Scottie Pippen. The Scotties winning it. We got Ben Simmons winning it twice. I'd say Luka Doncic was probably the best 6-man of the year here. He was the 6-man of the year king. Although Tim Hardaway won it in these 2 years. So there were 3 players who won it twice. The defensive player of the year, I think it's obvious. Wemby kind of owned this award up until about 2031, and then it kind of was randomized until he won it again in Brooklyn. The most improved award doesn't really matter too much. The clutch player of the year sometimes was interesting. LeBron won it twice. I remember Shea won it, I think the second time he won it. T-Mac, I remember he won it that year. Not sure who Clay Sharp is, but he won it. And then here's our All-NBA first teams members, everybody who was on it. A lot of Giannis's, it looks like. It was a lot of Wemby's. It was a lot of Shaq's. It was a lot of Wilt's. It was a lot of kind of the same players over and over again. Now, our champions, I already went over this. I think the Kings were the best team in this simulation. They won 3 out of 10. The Timberwolves should have been the best team, but they just weren't really able to make it happen when things really counted. The Bulls definitely are close as the second best. I'm just taking it away from them because they weren't able to win a 3rd championship. But like I said, they were able to reach 5 out of the 10 NBA finals, and that is quite the impressive feat. If they were able to just win 1 against the Timberwolves, man, they would have been probably definitely the best team in the simulation. If you guys enjoyed the video, please do me a favor and smash a like, subscribe if you're new. My name is Ethan. You guys are the best viewers on earth. I'm out. Peace.